Hello everyone, Stanley FK's here, aka the Outplayer. And before this video started, I wanna thank those who supported me my last video. And yep, let's get started. So this video will be separated into two parts mainly. So the first part I will talk about my best loadout, my recommended loadout, and their different playstyle using the same loadout and the basic things you should pay an eye for while you're playing Demoman. And in the second part, I will actually analyze my gameplay and hope this my analyze will help you, which telling you my mistakes and hope you guys won't make those mistakes while you're playing. So in best loadout, I will recommend you using the default pipe launcher, the default sticky launcher, and any primary weapon. Yup, this setup is actually dull and boring to some extent, but personally, I will say this loadout is actually the most effective one and the most damage dealing one. So, before introducing my playstyle, which I've mentioned before in the video, I will answer two common questions you may have now. So, why am I not using the lock and load instead of using a pipe bomb launcher? So, this is because while you're spamming with the lock and load to some high traffic areas, it's not effective comparing with the pipe bomb launcher. And if you're not hitting the pipe directly while using a lock and load, your pipe's actually gone and useless, but you can still have some damage dealing with the pipe bomb launcher. Yep. And the second thing, why am I not introducing the Demonites to you guys? It's because Demonite is simply countered by engineers when they have level 3 sentry or even a mini sentry. You can't deal with them, man. And this is actually dealing with sentries is actually the original role for the Demoman, and also dealing AoE damage, which the Demonites can't actually do. And now I will explain my playstyle. And I will call this playstyle the hit and trap. The hit and traps. So, while you're playing with this playstyle, you should have a in-depth knowledge on pipes, their traveling speed, and your opponent's movement speed also. And this playstyle actually requires you to hit your opponent directly with your pipes, and putting stickies down for area controls or traps, which the D's is actually referring to the short form of direct, the hit and traps. So, personally, I will introduce this playstyle to players who are experienced with Demoman, and also people who are trying to make Demoman as their main. And with this playstyle, you should think 2 steps ahead of your opponent. The first one is where you should place stickies down, since you're placing stickies down to make sure your safety. And second, you should think, where are your opponents going to go, and how can you connect your pipes with them? And now I will talk about what should you put an eye on while you're playing Demoman. The first golden rule is you should at least have 5 stickies loaded in your sticky bomb launcher. So, why I will say you should at least load 5 stickies before you're changing to your grenade launcher. This is because I think most of you know that Demomans are countered by Pyros, Demonites, and Scouts, and this 3 main classes makes the most headache to Demoman. So, after some simple calculation, you can find out that you can take down a Demoman or a Pyro using 3 to 4 stickies, and while placing those stickies on your feet. So, I will recommend you use say make sure you have loaded 5 stickies is because you can have at least 1 stickies as a prevention, while one of your stickies don't actually hit, or I would say miss your opponent, miss the pyro or the Demonites, which will actually, if you don't do this, will actually cause a great trouble to you. And yup, I want to say, in case you don't have 5 stickies loaded at once, you should make sure you do not shoot and then explode and reload, shoot, right click, reload, since this will actually cost much more time. If you guys don't know the maths of actually TF2, the first reload will actually takes you longer, will actually takes about 1.1 second. So I will recommend you to reload your sticky bomb launcher once. So while a Demoman is charging at you, and you should start reloading. Don't place any stickies, just reload, and then reload 3 to 4 stickies, and then start putting those stickies on your feet instead of the demo knight is coming, so I will put a stickies here and I got 0 ammo, 0 stickies reloaded, and I start reloading 1 stickies, and then again I immediately put it down on my feet. No, don't do this, remember. And then the second golden rule is you should have at least 125 health before you approach the battlefield, since this will actually cost the demo knight to kill you with 2 hits and the pyros to kill you with 0.8 seconds, while they use all while they aim all their hits correctly, which usually don't. So remember, 125 health at least. And the final thing, while you're dealing with scouts, actually scouts is one of the horrible thing. When you're dealing with scouts, you shouldn't put stickies straight down, but you should place stickies between you and the scouts, since most scouts tend not to have extremely close quarter combat with Demoman. Therefore, you can actually place stickies between you and him, and start backing off to places which you have covers or which your teammates can actually protect you. And yup, that's all for the part 1, and now we're going to analyze the battlefield. So here I started placing traps here, and I accidentally help the pyro to push ahead, and now I place some stickies, defensive stickies, which prevent him coming to my back. And I want to say that in this video, since I got overconfident and I always overextended, and I will talk about in my dictionary what is overextended, and yes, this is a great shot. And where am I? And what is overextended in my dictionary, and what should Demoman actually use to do, and how to play safe. And here I'm actually playing very safe, having at least two teammates in front of me, and also placing sticky traps to keep my safety. And here's where I get the nice air shot, man. So, and here someone's trying to cap the point, and I stay back and take cover from the rock, which also ensure my safety. And here I am controlling this area. Actually, I can hit others with my pipe, and also defend with my stickies. So where did I go? Yup, I go over aggressive, and I actually get a 4 to 3 death streaks here. I think here, yep. And actually, when I saw the Demoman, I want to make him to run into my stickies and I'll detonate them, which will eventually kill him. But actually, it's not needed, because once Demoman's killed him eventually. So here's a spy, and I actually loves Valve doing this, so I can prevent spies. I hate spies actually, and I'll talk about why the reason I hate spies in the future. Yep. And yes, here's I didn't have enough stickies loaded into my sticky bomb launcher, so I get killed by the Demonites, which yes, this is my fault. And here I'm waiting, doing nothing, and again I will be killed very fast in this life because again I overextended. And where am I? And in here, oh yeah, I want to answer one of the reason why I am not sticky jumping from my spawn to the door area. And I'll say things here first. And yup, here is where I overextended. See, and there's no teammates in front of me, and I got overconfident by telling myself, oh, I can kill that engineer, man. And since in this server, and most of the players know actually scouts counters demos, therefore they go scouts. And here I go off class with my scout, and actually I think I will have a scout video very soon. And again I got overextended and overconfident, and I was killed by a mini sentry, which is embarrassing. Yes, I will talk about why I am not sticky jumping from where my spawn to the door, which usually competitive player does. So this is actually simply because our team don't have a medic. So in every competitive team they have a medic, which tends to overheal Demomans and lets them sticky jumps. And also when I sticky jump, after I sticky jumps, I need to get my health back here. Yep, this health pack, which actually affects my team a lot. And also, yep, when one of my teammates actually gets the health pack, I have no health pack, and my health will actually be below 100, and nope, will actually be 80. Yup, 80 something, and I need to wait for my health pack. So why don't I just walk to the middle of the battlefield instead of sticky jumping? So here's the mini sentry. So this time I deal with the mini sentries with a correct tactics, which is spamming stickies here. And in this stage, I think I've used the second playstyle, which I will introduce next video, and also tips and tricks for the stickies, and which mistakes are commonly made by some of the players, and how to use your stickies effectively. Yup, and how to sticky jumps in the next video. So here I put some sticky traps, and I try to deal with the mini sentry first, since actually the mini sentry does the most damage. And here I get a direct hit which killed the engineer. And yes, I think the round is going off, is coming to the end. And why didn't I connect the pipe to the engineer in the first shot? And if you appreciate my video, please feel free to leave a comment, like, and subscribe my channel. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.